Jeremy T. Davis is my friend, and someone I've known for about a year, I'd say. We met, I don't even remember where we met.
It was at the Jingle Bell Hop.
We met at the Jingle Bell Hop, Jeremy and Josh's Jingle Bell Hop. That's right. He invited me to perform there, and we hit it off pretty good. And he invited me to go on his Other Side radio show. He put me on the other side of the other side, and I was honored by that. Got an interview, got everything, and we bumped into each other a couple times. I also appeared at his Bell Vegas birthday bash. I think the police are still talking about that one. He's a lifelong resident of the city of Belleville, and his core belief is life should put service above self. Core belief in life is to put service above self, and I don't think you can say anything more than that about anyone. That's like
One hell of a brother.
and apparently one hell of a brother. Before I dig myself too deep a hole, I'd like to welcome our candidate, and so please, let's do this for the radio. Please welcome Jeremy T. Davis.
So should we start out with a warm-up joke, just like Randy would do? You know, three guys walking to Dinkles? No, just kidding.
We're rolling to Dinkles.
Yes. Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming to our official campaign kickoff for me, Jeremy T. Davis, for Belleville Councillor Ward 1 campaign in the city of Belleville. Now together we will, and this is not a slogan, but you'll hear this throughout the course of the night, and I will be available for a Q&A as well. We will put people first. Throughout my life, I have always that has always been my core belief, my mantra, to put people first, no matter what walk of life or vocation you are from. And after 16 plus years of having the distinct privilege and honor to serve on various committees of council that our very special guest and my friend Randy Stewart alluded to. People were urging me at a time that the city is at a crossroads, that this election will be a change. This is the first election in many, many years that the majority of this upcoming new council will be elected with new representation, bringing your concerns to Belleville City Hall and City Council, with so many incumbents either declining not to run or electing to move on and try the mayoral race. So friends, I know and I hear when I'm either at the doors or at many functions, people get very, very disenfranchised by the political system. But the fact of the matter is, friends, we do need leadership in the city. We do need a council that will work collectively. We do need voices there to make sure that we are moving in the right direction for now and the future years ahead. We don't just depend on it. Our next generation depends on it. And you know, I have seen time and time again. I'm not here to bash any of our former or current elected officials. Let me make that abundantly clear. But I have seen time and time again where, and I can cite examples after, and I want to hear from you on a Q&A as well, where, you know, the people's interests are put aside for an interest of only a select few or a business interest, or where we have a decision to make in front of council, and then it is you know, diverted time and time again, such as the police station project that you know, many of us in this room could attest to hearing for many years. Our regular citizens and some of our fellow candidates, we campaigned on the issues, and the fact of the matter is, you know, every citizen and every visitor throughout Belleville and the Quinte area deserve to have a safe and accessible community for all. And you know, that doesn't just mean to have a brand new police station headquarters, even though that is part of the puzzle. That means having the adequate resources so that we have more policing patrols for our downtown core in the day and night to ensure the public safety. We're investing all these dollars on our infrastructure and Build Belleville project, and we'll have a beautiful downtown, especially cosmetically, you know, in the next little while, with this next phase being done in October. But in order to get our downtown to come back alive and thrive, we must ensure that we can build the confidence and ensure that every citizen from all walks of life feels safe and that they'll want to come back downtown. You know, a quick story. A few weeks ago, I have lived here all my life. You know, I consider myself a lifelong Bellevillian, and I was born in Kingston, but have lived here ever since. And, you know, I'm not, the people that know me know, I'm not afraid of anything. And I'm not afraid of any challenge either. However, a few weeks ago, and some of you might have heard this on the news, when one of my family members, and I'm not just saying this for the sake of my family, but if it touches my family, it could touch your family. And that's the point. There was an attempted robbery and at the ATM at one of the banks downtown. And after that robbery, thank goodness, my family member, my father was okay. But after it took place, and we didn't know what had happened, we had saw one of, and I have the greatest respect for you know, our men and women in blue who protect us and protect our streets, not just here, but everywhere, and all our emergency response people, whether it's police or firefighters. But and the officer had said he was parked in front of the Empire. "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I can't help you. I'm on call." Well, it was just after it happened. if that officer or there was other officers on the street, they could have potentially apprehended the perpetrators. And in other words, the cycle of the potential crime and public safety could have been better as a result. And as your counselor, I will push for adequate resources. You know, one of the things too, I don't think I really have to share it with you. Many of you are my friends, colleagues, know me from over the years, but every speech that I do, I will make a point to bring this up. And I should have brought it up at the beginning, but sometimes, you know, I just, you know, get so passionate into the speech, and I forget maybe one of the obvious questions on the minds of some, with all due respect. Just because I'm sitting in a wheelchair, I want everyone to know here tonight, everyone in this room, everyone throughout Belleville and the Quinte region and beyond, no matter what I do, it does not define me and what I'm capable of. And at the end of the day, folks, if I am so fortunate, or when you give me that honor and privilege and elect me to work together with the new council, at the end of the day, we're all sitting down around that council table. But it's what we choose to do to make the informed, right decisions and go with the right direction for the city. Some of the other things that I envision for our city, and by the way, I have papers at the back just outlining some of my resume accomplishments on one side, and on the back it's got a letter to you, my fellow citizens, my friends, my colleagues, stating my vision statement and who I am. But later on, we will have a more comprehensive release of my platform. But I want to make sure that the city of Belleville becomes a true destination for all of us, not only our residents who are fortunate enough to live here, but for our visitors and our private investors alike. I want to make sure that we continue to redevelop our waterfront so it's safe, accessible, so it's attractive, so it's a destination filled with amenities such as new waterfront patios, cafes, and I want to make sure that our active transportation, continues to be built with the exciting new bike trails, and all those things that have already been underway. Now, it's going to take cooperation amongst Belleville City Council and our municipal government, but it also is going to take cooperation and someone that is not afraid to, encourage our other levels of government, whether it be provincial or federal, to get this money done. And we all know the current new Ontario government has chosen to cancel a lot of those programs. Well, we need to be prepared to meet with the ministers and the leaders and say, look, this is why we need it. This is the 21st century. We have to move forward in the right way. We have to promote Not only the safe, accessible community, but a community and a region and communities all across this great province that are environmentally conscious and sound. It's the wave of the future, and we all depend on it. Not only for that, but other things such as transit and so on that go along with it. Now, some of the other things, and I want to open it up to you. Some of the other things that I want to strive for, and that have, abated, this city for far too long for different reasons. Not pointing fingers. I want this to be a clean campaign, a decisive campaign about the issues, the personalities, the people that are willing to lead and work together. Leave our personalities at the door and continue. But I want to find workable solutions for all the city structures and buildings that could be reutilized or repurposed for great new things, such as the beautiful former historic Memorial Arena. Now, the Memorial Arena has long been, a topic of debate. And the Memorial Arena served our community well as a nice surface and the home of the Belleville McFarlands, the 1959 world champions. But that building, sadly, that's just one example. It's sat there too long, decommissioned since 2010. I travel the province. In the past I've been to great places like Quebec City. And of course we're not Quebec City, but they have a beautiful, beautiful market area. And they paid homage to the facade of their former arena. And it's built and has a similar structure. Well, we had to. That's just an example. I'm not endorsing any redevelop actual plan yet, but I want to revisit it with a new council. It should be a mix of public and private partnership, even though it is on the open market right now. We need to make sure it remains standing, and it needs to be a multi-use facility. And the thing is, and you're saying to yourselves right now, all these ideas sound good, but where are we going to get the money? And because I'm the taxpayer, I don't want to be soaked with higher taxes in that. Well, folks, I want to tell you, and I don't have specific numbers, but we'll talk one-on-one. This community, the city, is thriving now with a casino that attracts many visitors and also citizens, from all over. And say what you want about a casino, but the one thing that is certain is the millions and millions of dollars that the city is getting in the revenue to host such a facility. And so we need to know, and we need answers. City Council has said, well, the current council has said, well, it's earmarked for infrastructure and this and this. But it hasn't really, I know that there is certain things that a council has to, keep confidential for some time if they're land deals or in camera. But they have other things like that. The amount of revenues and where everything's going, that needs to be communicated and be out to the public more. And that's where more of these revenues could be diverted into projects that are of the highest priority for you and for me, so it doesn't have to affect our tax rate. We have to also, expect more, but also, and I should sum up a bit. I have so much more to say, but I want to do one-on-one and Q&A. Is we need to expect more as far as our approachability and our accessibility to our elected officials. If I'm elected, I pledge to you tonight, and I pledge to you in this campaign, and a campaign that we're always going to put people first, that I will be the same man on council and as your counselor as I am here tonight, because we're people that should be working for the common goal, and we're working for you. We're not working for us, and it has to be together. The days of just a specific group or a clique or I hate using the term, but the backroom meetings or any of those things, they have to be gone for good. Will it happen overnight? No. It will happen with me. I won't take any of that, and I won't stand for that, but in the overall process. But give me a chance, give me an opportunity, and we can do politics for you and politics in a different way and move our city forward in the next direction. And October 27th, I ask for your helpful support to elect me, Jeremy T. Davis, Belleville City Councilor, Ward 1. God bless you. Now, I want to, that was a little longer of the formal remarks, but I want to open the floor. You don't necessarily have to come to the microphone, but you've got questions, comments about me, about things that you're concerned about. This is the part of the evening I want to do that, and then I want to take another opportunity to meet each and every one of you informally. And also, I want to tell you, please, if you're here tonight, you've got presumably you have some interest, in our campaign and learning more of what we're all about. But, it's going to take far more than who we have in this room. This next 5+ weeks or so until Election Day. And by the way, before that we got a lot of work to do, because internet voting starts on October 9th to the 19th, I believe, and then we have advance polls, because this is perhaps the greatest chance that we ever have to make history, elect me and elect great like-minded individuals who are running, get to know them all, because we never will have this decisive other change for our Belleville City Council and our municipal government in many years. Oftentimes it's something that just happens that way. People decide to serve, and everybody serves and contributes in their own way, and then they have they're core supporters, and then they stay, and then they either decide to leave with the odd time you get a person voted out. So all I'm saying is we need everyone to hit the ground running. You know, we're going to have signs, we're going to have more events. We've got other events in the works, perhaps one at the Great Belleville Club and other areas. I'd love to see you all again. And we need all your help. And also, I don't want to be the one to say this, but you know, since nobody else did, I'm not the, you know, I don't want to be the bad guy here, but these campaigns are expensive. So if anyone is willing to donate anything at all, for a monetary donation, or if you have any other things that you can contribute your time, everything is worthwhile. And if you can't, well, just being here is a gift, just your support, but please spread the word. And let's go do it. Let's put people first. And now the Q&A. Thank you very much.